So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you an example of a multiplayer game. This is a simple multiplayer game where essentially you have to press the buttons quickly before your opponents do. And in doing so, you can send out a missile to destroy the other person's health. As you can see on here, this all starts by having an input of button A. When I'm playing a computer game, usually I have different variables. In this case, I create a variable by clicking on the Variables tab, and I've created a variable called Power. In this game, when I press button A, the power level goes up by 1. So that we can see that number, I've clicked on Basic, and I've clicked on Show Number Power. So I can see when I press the button my power level going up. What I've done here is say when the power level equals 10, then I'd like you to send a signal to all other BBC microbits with the number 1, and then show a happy face, and then reset the power level to 0. Let me show you which tab I've done that from. So I've clicked on Logic, I've clicked on If Then, and then I've clicked on Logic, If 0 equals 0. These are bits that I fill in. And then I click on the variable name, power equals. So I could create something that says if power equals 5. Okay? So just like here, I've put that inside if button pressed. So now it says, if I press button A, and if power level equals 5, then do something. So if I just get rid of that, you can see what I've done here is say, the thing I'd like you to do is send the number 1 to all other BBC microbits through the Bluetooth, and then show a happy face. Now, this comes the interesting bit. On the other side, I've got on radio signal received number. If you remember from last lesson, that's on radio, and then I put if radio received number. So that's the one I've selected and dragged out there. Again, I've got the if then from the logic bar there, the if then, and it says if the received number equals 1, and we can see that when I send a number 1, then change health by -1. So of course I've created another variable called health. I've set on start health to 5, and I've said when I receive the number 1, take away 1 from health. So the effect of this is that every time someone gets to 10, they send out a message to take away 1 of their health, and then show an unhappy face. And lastly, another if then, it says if health equals 0, show a cross, and then show string game over. So now we should have a multiplayer game that when you press button A, whoever presses it the quickest will get to 10 first, and then adversely affect everyone else's health. When your health gets to 0, then you lose the game. Simple, but you can go with that idea and come up with something else.